Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Hello, how you guys doing? This is an impromptu video. I didn't think that I would be doing a random combo again. Seems like viewers seem to like my other videos when they are watched. So, that's fair, that's that. But if I'm called to do it, then I'll do it, and it will reach whoever it needs to reach, or what have you, because at the end of the day, these social media platforms are available. We can use it for good or bad. And those that are on those are not trying to use it for bad, it's an outlet for people to express their truth, which I don't see anything wrong with it. We don't all have to agree, right? That's not realistic. However, as long as things are being stated and no one is at least not intending to offend anyone. I mean, there are going to be some subjects that are a little touchy, sensitive. So it may ruffle some feathers. I look at being triggered as an opportunity to grow. Because if it's not for you, you just move on. No biggie. You don't have to agree, right? So that's how I'm looking at it. It's an outlet for me and whoever else that's doing this to share things that they come across, their story, in hopes that maybe it will help, even if it helps one person, right? That's all that this is about, or it should be about. I'm trying to step on nobody's toes, but what I'm understanding and learning, you may step on them, but it's in love. It's just so that we can evolve and grow. Anyway, let's get to it. So my rant, my rant is this. I am so tired of the fuckery with and you need a human host in order to do this. People allowing demons and spirits to just run them into the doggone ground. And just all this hurt that they're causing other people, trying to eat people's will, their right of a choice away. And then if they can't do that, they just attack. And it's like, it gets to a point where for the other person that's doing the attacking, you gotta think at some point, don't you want to be better? Don't you want to don't you have something else to do with your time? I mean, it's only so many hours in the doggone day, right? You so focused. When people are doing this stuff, and it's becoming more and more and more, and it's happening to me, people that I have let go of a long time ago or whatever. And not because, because I've had abandonment issues. So I've always had, I don't want to abandon people. But even when healing that, there still comes a point in time in your journey when you are called to just do something else and be something else and whatever, and things around you are the same and either want you to stay there by purposely causing blockages or unknowingly doing it. 'Cause some people don't even know they're doing it. But they're not willing to listen to you to hear who you are becoming. They want you to stay a version of yourself that no longer fit that's no longer your I'm not going to say purpose. That no longer fits your future. That was who you was in that particular moment in time, space, but through your own personal experiences, you are evolving into whatever that is. And as opposed to these other people, whether that's family, friends, the cat down the doggone road, just taking it for what it is. Hey, if you want to stay where you are, then you do that. But don't block me. Don't get upset because I finally am experiencing some sort of joy, or I'm seeing the light at the end of a tunnel and it just don't fit your dynamic no more. I get it. If anything, take that as an opportunity for you to level up. But it's just nonstop. So that right there, I guess you can align that with individuals that's maybe not so much completely dark, but then we got these dark ones that we tend to attach to romantically. It could be family, friends, whatever the connection is. We have attached to or are attached to, and they dark, and they do stuff purposely to cause you to just cause you pain, suffering, whatever, just because you no longer want to align. And you can best believe most people that I've talked to that's on the path of enlightenment and bettering themselves, we give people so many chances because we know we was at one point completely blind too and completely immersed in the matrix. So we understand, we've been there. So, and some people just have that nature, right? Very forgiving, very empathetic, very nurturing, very, 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 very. But at some point, it's called self-preservation. I gotta go. I gotta disengage. I got to remove myself for my own mental health. But look how much a person would have took before they got to that point. So the fact that they left, if anything, you should be glad they gone. You didn't appreciate the person when they were there. You used them, abused them, whatever it is, they not there no more. They're not bothering you. You would think they just move on to the next, right? And they do. But it's something about you. You know, it's something about certain people. I don't know if that's just because they're light workers, we light workers and whatever, and you know, whatever. But once we become awakened to certain things and we finally get it and we're finally moving and shaking, and you know, we end up like, man, we lost so much time. We're not supposed to look at it because it's all a journey, but it's like, man, we lost so much time. We got stuff to do. Because we didn't, especially those that are waking up in our latter years, you know, middle age to later years. It's like, man, it's just so much that you couldn't dedicate. Maybe your kids are grown, like mine. You can move around how you want. you're better established, and you know, as far as money and things of that nature. I ain't talking about rich, but you much better than what you was when you was in your 20s and maybe even 30s, right? So you got the opportunity to accelerate some stuff here that you couldn't and wasn't able to do because of maybe your time and just different things that were going on in your life. You just couldn't do it, or at least to the level that you wanted. And a lot of stuff got put on the back burner. So then on top of that, you becoming awakened to certain things. It's like, man, because I know that's how I felt. I'm like, okay, let's do this because I want to be free. I want to be the best version of myself. I want to evolve. Whatever time left that I have on this earth, I want to make it count. Let me find out, who am I and why am I here? You just get thirsty for it. You be on thirst. So it's like we ain't got time for these people's shenanigans. Throwing all type of black magic, evil eye. Yes, we know there's protection, you do. But some stuff do be getting through. I mean, because we have to be honest. So we do all that we need to do, whatever we need to do to protect ourselves. But the bigger the demon, and some, you know, you talk to some people, well, those that are in a certain place, you know, that you can't talk to everybody. You may want to, but you can't, because it's like you're talking two different languages, right? But those that you would share some things with, they're looking at you like, oh my God, really? That's what's going on? They don't understand, because they probably under some sort of spell work themselves or getting attacked. But they're still in the matrix enough where it doesn't really bother them. They're bothered and they know something is off, just because we all have intuition, we all got something there, but they're not sensitive enough to say, hey, hold on, wait a minute. Okay, this is wrong, like something is off here. Let me try to find out why. And it could be all different types of reasons why. Oh my goodness. Depending on who you are. The more of a calling you have on your life, the crazier it gets. We all got something. We all got something. You on this earth, you dealing with something. We was born into a curse. Just being born on this earth. Curse. And then if you didn't have some I call them master blaster demons on your bloodline, you got to deal with that. And then all the stuff that you didn't did, all the mistakes you didn't made, you didn't set up karma on your own stuff that you got to clean. It's a lot. So we don't have time for these people's foolishness. It's like, just leave us alone. Because then, again, we have a right to protect ourselves against people that's allowing, because it's an entity, it's a demon, spirits, to use them as a tool to shut us down. And I understand, and I have heard from others, that's the nature of the beast. It's always going to be spiritual warfare. It's always going to be that. Okay. That doesn't mean that we can't have a human feelings and emotions about it and say, I'm sick or tired of being tired. I'm like tired of it. We have a right to express that, and that's a true human feeling. You get tired of it. It's like, I got so much stuff to do, and I just want to do it in peace. And I get it again. It's always going to be spiritual warfare. It's always going to be that. It's always going to be something else coming, because the dark just won't allow. And then as you grow, we grow in our spirituality and things of that nature, we become more and more powerful to combat these entities. But again, while you're going through it, it just be like, oh my goodness. And then people wonder why a lot of spiritual people distance themselves. A lot of spiritual people that are on the enlightenment track, let me clear that up, because everybody that's spiritual ain't operating in the right way. So, you know, I just want to differentiate that. But those that are, we still have our moments of being tired. I mean, and we in a place, and this how I feel. I just heard this from too many people, so I think it's a collective for the most part feeling. Even if we wanted to go back, we can't. I have had a thought of like going back to Egypt, as they say. I was dealing with stuff then, you know, but I was able to resonate and communicate with certain people more, you know. I look back on it, I mean, now at this point, it's just like, man, the thought there, I can't do it. My spirit won't let me do it, because if I even tried to go back, I don't even resonate with a lot of people no more. So it would have to be, I would have to take an amnesia pill to go back. So it's like, hey, we can't go back, because you can't unknow what you know. You can't unsee what you see. Staying stagnant, I've had a spirit of, and I said had, because I'm calling that thing out, of stagnation for many years. It seemed like all my doggone life, it just, and it's like, why am I? And when I say stagnant, I've gotten a lot of accomplishments, but it's like I feel like I should be even way further than what I am now. But it was due to stagnation, being confused, not wanting to make the wrong step, even though of course I made wrong steps, but overanalyzing, because I'm an analyzer, but I overanalyze and then overthinking, and then you stuck in a rut. So, you know, that's been my challenge. But even with that, it's like, okay. And it's just, enough is enough. A lot of people trying to heal and are healing and just want to do the work that they was called to do. And I just wanted to put something out there and just let you know that this is a feeling that is a thing, and it's okay to be tired. I mean, and we know words are spells. You're not supposed to combat it with, you know, some high vibrational, right? We get it. I'm not speaking tiredness on anyone. I'm just saying that feeling, that emotion is there. It happens to the best of the best. You could be the greatest healer. You could be this, that, and the third. You're still in this human body. The spirit having a human experience. So you're going to experience all of this stuff. Fear, joy, whatever, sadness, whatever. The key that I'm understanding is not to stay there. Whatever, by any means necessary. And that's going to be for different people, what they do to not, because we're all working, we have a lot of similarities on different things, and there's a lot of the same similar tools to balance ourselves. But everybody ain't using all the tools. I ain't gonna lie. I want it all. I want to know it all. Whatever it is, as long as it is not harming myself that I know of, and it's not harming no one else, is helping me to become better, I'm gonna try it. If I feel like something janky about it, then of course I'm not. But I'm not gonna, for me, I'm not gonna just do therapy. That's cool. Somebody else, they make and do what they need to do for their purpose, just doing therapy. I ain't just doing therapy. I need energy healing. I need shamanic healing. Well, that could be energy as well, but like energy, I'm talking like Reiki. I need that. I need shamanic healing. And I just did a shamanic healing session this week, my first one, side note, and it was amazing. I could feel that the energies are still calibrating or doing whatever it's doing, because I went up, I went down. But yeah, anyway, maybe I'll do a video on that or whatever, someone that may be interested in that. But yeah, it was amazing. Just being around other people of a similar spirit. I'm still trying to find my soul tribe. I can't wait to find my soul tribe. Oh my goodness. That would help, and I do a lot of meditations. Actually I fell off a little bit. I need to do a little bit more, but meditations, I do a lot of protection. I do so much stuff. I'd be like, oh my God. Sometimes I just want to be. And sometimes I can be, but there's times where it's like, okay, gotta put the warrior gear on. And especially if you're doing this solo, that's hard. Those that got a partner that can help you through this, that's, y'all on the same page and doing the same thing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That understands, and you blessed, like for real. I'm still waiting on my person to show up, because oh my goodness, two ain't always better than one. We know too many people that's up in these crazy relationships that's toxic as hell. Been there, done that. Can't even. No, not at this point. I give people a chance, but then I'm like, I gotta go. But it's hard when you're single. You get on social media and you find inspirational stuff to keep you uplifted as much as possible, and to know that you're not alone. So that's all I got. We're gonna do a self-care card real quick. Oracle card, and see what comes out for you. Give me a message for the collective self-care. What is it that you would have for them to know? Self-care card for the collective. Okay, plan a vacation. That's really self-explanatory, ain't it? I actually went on vacation. I ain't gonna lie, it did not turn out how I planned it, so I need a redo. I was on some medicine and it wasn't agreeing with me, so it was kind of making me woozy or whatever. And then I ended up, well, actually when I came back, I ended up getting the flu. I don't remember the last time I got the flu. I think I got the flu in my 20s. I don't even take the flu vaccine. I haven't had the flu vaccine since my 20s. So we talk about attacks. Yeah, I do believe something was going on. And I think I know where it came from. I'm like, and I spent a nice little pretty penny on that vacation. I can tell you where I went. I went to Fort Lauderdale. So those that know Fort Lauderdale already know, not inexpensive. Okay. So yeah, I was pissed off, so I need a redo. I already think I know where I'm gonna go next. So, but anyway, so plan a vacation. So for those of you, you tired, you ready to get away, please do. And it don't have to be nothing expensive. There's so many different places just right here in the US, it don't even make no sense. You plan it in advance if you can. Like with mine, it was more expensive because I waited. I booked that trip on a Saturday and I flew out the following Tuesday. And it's the summer. So, because I just went last month, whatever. So there you go. It was impromptu. I just did it. Okay, whatever. But y'all ain't gotta do that. You just plan it out 3-4 months in advance and do what it do. But what I will say, I was getting so many synchronicities. My room number was 111. I thought I was gonna meet my boo. I thought I was gonna meet my kingdom spouse. I've been seeing a lot of synchronicities anyway for a while now. Specifically numbers. I say I probably noticed it probably like last fall, but I was just about to embark on another spiritual awakening, and it was pretty bad too. It wasn't fun. Okay, I didn't know what was wrong with me. I thought I was sick or something, but neither here nor there. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of numbers, but I thought that was strange. When I walked up in the room, I'm like, oh, 111. I'm about to. But I'm learning. I'm not into numerology, but I'm not well versed in it. But those numbers could mean a whole bunch of stuff, So I don't know. Maybe that was a warning that it wasn't gonna go well. I don't know, because I know 111 does have has more positive meaning than negative. But all the numbers that I've kind of read over can mean something negative. It just kind of depends on the situation and what's going on or whatever. So there you go. So yeah, do that for yourselves or what have you, even if it's going to rent a room somewhere really, really nice. Yeah, just by yourself if you don't have anyone or your partner, a couple of days. You can do that. You work every day. You can do something for yourself. You deserve it, and especially if you've been putting in the doggone work. Spirit wants you to do things for yourself, to comfort yourself. Again, as long as you're not harming yourself, right? So that's what I have. That's my rant. Doggone spiritual warfare and these idiots allowing these demons to keep playing with them. And then when we do what we do and they fall flat on their face, then they even get madder. It's like, how dare that person protect themselves? You don't get your ass out of here. Anyway, till the next time. Talk to you later.